This weekend is the biggest tournament of the year for Texas, and we got to talk about some crazy predictions I have.
Made it this way, and I love that we have that. mkleo.
Now, if you somehow don't already know, Rise and Grind is the biggest tournament of the year for Texas, featuring some top players around the world. We got Tweek, we got mkleo, we got Gluttony, we've got Mia there, we got Mutace. There's so many top players in this tournament. Somehow it isn't like the highest level tournament, you know what I'm saying? Like, apparently there wasn't enough entries, but I feel like the top level talent kind of justifies it being up there anyways. And the craziest part is it's really not that far from me, but I'm kind of too lazy to go, so I'm not going to the event. But I'll still be watching. I'd say over the last few years, the most popular like big Texas tournament we've seen is LTC, which stands for Lost Tech City, Low Tide City, and also Low Tier City, which is coming back. And that's kind of been the only major tournament that I've been going to as of late, besides like Clutch City Clash, which was a long time ago. But the cool thing about these events for me personally is you get to see a lot of Texas talent that does really well in Texas, but maybe doesn't travel as often to other states and other regions. So for me personally, I recognize a lot of these names at these tournaments, and I kind of expect them to do well. They end up doing well, and a lot of people are surprised, but other people might just not know who these players are. Now, of course, when you look at the top seeds for this event, you're going to expect some of these people to do really well. mkleo, Gluttony, Mia, all these people you're going to expect to make top 8. One big thing that you might also notice is that there's no high-level Steves at this event, besides, I guess, Yanni, but he's not going to be playing Steve, and that's because Steve is banned at this event. So even though I'm lazy and I decided not to drive to Rise and Grind, like I said, I will be watching, and I want to give a couple predictions that I have for this event that could possibly happen. So the first prediction I'm going to give is my overall winner for the event, or somebody that I think is at least going to get second or third place. That's going to be this guy right here. Now, I know when you look at DeBuzz's path at Rise and Grind, it's kind of a difficult one. It's basically projecting him to lose to Tweek and have to kind of fight his way through losers, where he would eventually lose to mkleo for 5th place. However, I think he has the potential to actually win this tournament, and if not win it, then I think maybe get second or third place. Based on the current projections, if DeBuzz were to get to Tweek and actually beat him, then he would end up playing Gluto, and if he won that, he would end up playing against Mia, which is somebody that he actually beat recently.
Backed away on the forward smash. Oh, that's a lot of pressure on the seal. Okay, goes for the rapid jab. That bomb, oh my god, that could have been punishable. Oh, Mia pressuring. Luma is now gone. It's now on Rosa alone. The shield break, and the poke does not happen. The backdoor comes through, and down smash. Oh my god, it won't be enough. Here's one last chance. Both these players have one last chance. Whoever gets the next opening should be able to get it. He got that.
Now, this is kind of just one of those random stats, you know, like when you're watching sports and they're just like the most random stat, and it's like, how is that even a statistic? But this one's actually kind of relevant, I feel like, for DeBuzz. DeBuzz has been doing very well in Texas when he decides to come here. Back in Smash 4, he won Low Tier City 6.
Hitbox on his recovery, that's a guaranteed
There's
kill.
the down air.
Nothing to be done about it.
And then in Smash Ultimate for Low Tier City 7, he got 2nd place.
Didn't want to risk it on the last one, but it's okay. Big pop-up from Tweek.
Low Tide City 2021, he got 2nd place again.
Yep, goodbye. Mozambique, he's Knox.
And Low Tide City 2022, he got 3rd place.
With the momentum of an absolute freight train.
So in other words, at every big Texas event, he really hasn't gotten lower than 3rd place. And again, this is just one of those random statistics, but I think it means a little something here, and I believe that he can beat Tweek. I think he will beat Tweek. And if he can get past Gluto and get to Mia, I think that's a really good thing for him. My next prediction is going to be my Texas talent that's going to overperform. And this is somebody that most people probably wouldn't recognize, but he's come to a lot of tournaments that I've been to. He's done really well at Texas events, and I think he's done pretty well outside of Texas as well. And this person is Ray. Now, Ray is actually a top Zelda player, and I know those two words kind of don't mesh together, but he is easily the best Zelda in Texas. He makes his character look broken, even though she's really bad. And overall, he's just a great player. If you're a fan of Zelda or just kind of want to see what the character looks like when it's played by like a really good player, I definitely recommend watching some of the sets on YouTube. But yeah, right now he's projected to play against Sen to make it into top 64. Of course, he's projected to lose that, but I think he will actually beat Sen in the upset. You know, sending the shockwaves, people are going to be seeing Sen to the losers, like who sent him there, it's going to be Ray. I think Zelda Ness is not like a terrible matchup for Zelda, so I think it's one of those things where, you know, how much Zelda experience does Sen have? I'm guessing not a whole lot, so maybe Ray can bank on that and take the dub. I definitely say Ray's most impressive thing as of recently was at the last LTC, he got 13th out of over 500 people with, you know, solo Zelda pretty much, so I think that's really impressive. That means a lot. I think he's going to do well at this event, and I think it starts by beating Sen. And my last prediction is, of course, my Olimar bias showing, and I believe that MFA is going to do really well at this event. This is an Olimar and Falcon player, one of the best North American Olimars for sure. I know Myron kind of stopped playing, so you really got DeBuzz, you got Candle, and then you got MFA that's also up there. And MFA actually just won the pre-local for Rise and Grind. Obviously, like, not everybody was there, right? But it was still an impressive victory to see. winning the pre-local. But I guess it's pre-local because it was Thursday night. But either way, it's still impressive to see going into Rise and Grind. I think he's going to do really well this event. Right now, he's projected to lose against Sonido, which is a Sonic player going into top 64. So it's projected he's going to go to losers. However, I do think he can actually win that, which would put him up against Mutes most likely, which is somebody that used to lose, I think, quite often to Myron. I don't know, quite often is the right word, but I know for sure Mutes has lost to Myron before in the Almar matchup. So I could definitely see MFA winning that as well. And at that point, it's kind of, it depends on what happens with the rest of the bracket. He might play against Louis Money. He might play against Ned. Obviously, if he plays against Ned, that's like a really tough matchup. He'd probably go Falcon for that, I would assume. But I think he can do well. I think. Right now, he's the 37th seed, but I definitely see him making top 32. I'm hoping he gets even higher than that, but I definitely see him doing well at this event. And yeah, those are kind of all my crazy predictions, but let me know in the comments what you guys think is going to happen at this event. Definitely a stacked Texas event. I'm excited to watch it. I wish I could be there, but again, I'm just too lazy to drive there, so that's literally why I'm not going. But either way, I'm excited to watch it. I'm excited to see what happens, and hopefully I'll make it out to the next big Texas event, which is LTC in about a month and a half, I think, from now. So we'll see if I make it out to there. Also, if you're wondering why the recording looks like this, I just found my GoPro. I figured I might as well just use it and kind of see how it goes for a video. So let me know if you like that or if I should go back to my traditional stuff. And also, of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel.